could I survive on Isle St. Hubert in Jurassic World Rebirth? So today, and this is my first long form, so let's see how it goes. So I'm going to be going over my game plan, my strategy, and what I would do if I encountered most of the dangerous animals on Isle St. Hubert. So, but here are the rules. First of all, I have to survive at least one day and get to the helicopter carrier to get taken off the island, obviously. I have to have at least one encounter with every dinosaur, and that encounter has to happen where it happened in the movie. So I encountered the Mutodons in the gas station, the T-Rex in the river scene, all of that. So, and this is how I would survive on Isle St. Hubert. I am also completely alone on this island, and all I have is a backpack which is completely empty, besides maybe a few things that can help me get rid of salt and water. So, the first thing I will do when I first get on this island is instantly get away from the ocean, but don't want to be anywhere near any of those Spinosauruses. But say I do encounter them on the beach, here's what I would do. So say they're all there, the Mosasaurus is swimming around the ocean somewhere far away. Here's what I would do. So first of all, I'd leap over that fence. I'm not waiting to snap that. And then I'm gonna run to the jungle and dive under the water and wait out. Maybe and if they find me, I'm sprinting out again, climbing a tree and waiting it out until I know that they're gone. And even when I see them leave, I'm gonna wait for another few minutes just in case. Okay, and then once I know they're gone, I'm going to try locate the Titanosaurus. And when I do locate them, I'm staying with them because I'm staying very close to their little herd, because any carnivore that they're not gonna go try for the small, weak, not a lot of food when there's literally a Titanosaurus standing right there. And they're good protection, they're big, and their tails could probably kill another dinosaur. So I'd stick with them. But if I do encounter the Tyrannosaur at the raft, here's what I would do. First of all, if I accidentally wake it up and I see it wake up, I'm just if it is asleep, I'm going to try sneak past it. I'm not going to go in the river. I'm just going to slowly walk down. But if I do happen to wake it up, or another animal wakes it up, I am going to dive into the water and start swimming with the current and not against it. That's stupid. Even if the current is going towards the T-Rex. And then if the T-Rex starts to try and eat me, I'm obviously going to dive under the water, try outmaneuver it, and try escape. And I am going to try look for shelter, which is probably going to find that in where the rocks are, which is where they found the shelter, obviously. Right, now food and water. Here's the hard thing. So with the river, it's easy water and you just have to get all the salt out of it. It's not that hard. But food, well, first of all, while I'm with the Titanosaurs, I'm not gonna eat any raw flesh, but I am gonna have to eat bugs. Probably gonna have to eat some, centipedes or whatever they have on that island, and that's gonna be my food source. But when I do get to where the helicopter's gonna be during the night, I am gonna try put as much food in my backpack as I can, because I do have a backpack. As much food in that backpack as I possibly can, just in case I have to wait for a very long time. So, but when the Mutodons appear, so a really good strategy is what the young girl did in Jurassic World Rebirth. I'll just cover the light, because that is really good, especially if they don't see you go in there. So, and then you wait out until you hear the helicopter, which is when you slowly sneak out and just straight run to the helicopter. But if I encounter the T-Rex, which has eaten the helicopter, the first thing you want to do is run into the tree line where it will be harder to spot you, and you want to make no loud move. You don't want to be loud, no lights, no screaming, no shouting, no running through water. That's going to alert it. And then what you're going to want to do, you just going to want to camp out there and then wait for day, and then you're going to want to find a boat, which, and then sail home. So this is how I think you could survive. I don't think I'd probably be able to pull it off, probably not, but let me know down below in the comments. Could you survive our St. Hubert with all the dinosaurs there? Let me know. And don't forget to like and subscribe.